Hey guys, this is Wolfstrike150 and welcome back to part 2 of building Floyd's apartment slash Trevor's apartment in Minecraft from GTA 5. But we're not going to spend too much time on this intro. Let's go ahead and get into the building. Okay guys, for this part I want you to come to this bottom right corner and I want you to count over 7 blocks, and then I want you to go up 3 blocks and make an incision in the wall like that. And this is going to be a 2x2 window on this side of the apartment. Make sure that this is the side of the apartment that you don't have windows on, and just fill it in with a black stained glass. Okay, for this next part, what I want you to do is I want you to come to this window and we are going to count over 11 blocks. And when you get to 11 blocks, I want you to create an incision in the wall like that, and I want you to create more incisions, and this is going to be a 8 long hole in the wall, and go ahead and fill that in with the black stained glass, and this is going to be a 2x8 window. Okay, so now we're going to come over to this window on the right side and we're going to count over 7 blocks, and then we're going to go up 3 from the very top of the window, and that's going to be a 2x1 window. Okay, now we're going to come to this big window on the left side, and we want to go straight up from it, but leave 1 gap from the very top, and we're going to create a 2x2 window like that. Okay, now come over to the bottom left corner of this build, and I want you to come over 4 blocks, and then I want you to count up 1, and this is going to be 3 wide. And if you're wondering what this is a little extension that comes out on the house that's in the game. So I've made it in Minecraft, and then after that, I want you to get out some stone blocks, and you're going to just make 2 of those on the top in the middle like that, and then get out some hoppers, and you're just going to put those hoppers on top like that. Okay, for this next part, we're going to start to close off the roof of this apartment. So get some upside down stairs, the stone brick stairs, and I just want you to go around the border of the apartment like this with them. So go ahead and do that now. Okay, now get out some stone brick slabs, and we are just gonna place these over the blue hardened clay like so, and this is just gonna go around the border. Make sure not to place them on top of the upside down stairs, because that's that little indent that's part of the detail of this apartment. So go ahead and go around, and after you finish this border, what I want you to do is I want you to go ahead and fill in this roof completely with the slabs. Okay guys, for this part, I want you to come around front of the apartment, and I want you to get some stone blocks. And we're going to count over 9 stone blocks right here, because this is a little thing that separates the 2 apartments. It's a wall. And I want you to bring this up until it meets the blue hardened clay, like that. And then what we're going to do is I like to add some detail in it, so I'm getting some cobblestone, and I'm just creating some incisions and replacing it with cobblestone in this, because it adds some detail other than just regular stone, so you get some texture in there. So you can just dabble with it and put them wherever you want to, but I think it adds a great design to the wall. So you can do it if you want to, but make sure to do that. Okay guys, this is the confusing part of the build. This is the staircase. Now I'm not using stairs, I'm using actual slabs. So what I want you guys to do is pay close attention, because this is hard to explain. So you're kind of going to have to just watch what I'm doing here. But basically you can see that I'm just going up a slab each level. And what we're going to do is we're going to take this up until it meets with the blue hardened clay. So make sure to bring this up like that, and that's met the blue hardened clay right there, and we're just gonna bring this to the wall like this. So go ahead and fill that in, and then we're actually gonna go ahead and move back like this, and this is just going to go the length of that little wall that we created to the right. So go ahead and do that. Okay, this can be the really confusing part. What I want you to do is get out some iron bars. This is going to be our railing for the staircase. Now, this is really complicated, so I want to make sure you guys pay close attention when following along on this. Just try to place the iron bars where I'm placing them. I'm just placing them on the bottom and top of the slabs, and then I'm just kind of making it all connect. I know this is really confusing, but you guys are gonna have to try to follow along the best you can if you're building this along with me. And I've come up with something like that. It's really hard to make fencing on staircases in Minecraft just because the way that Minecraft is. I know it looks a little awkward, especially whenever it attaches to the wall on the left side of the staircase, but it's something we have to deal with. But I really like the detail. I want to use these iron bars for the fencing, so that's what I've done in my version of this build. So now that we have that, I don't like the fact that these iron bars seem to be floating, so what I'm doing is I'm getting some stone slabs and I'm placing them underneath like this. Again, this is really hard to explain, so you guys are gonna have to try to follow along the best you can. And if you just duplicate what I'm doing, it should be pretty simple when I'm doing this staircase. But basically, I'm just making sure that all this connects. We don't have any weird floating gaps or anything. Something along the lines of that. I think that looks decent. And then we want to do the same thing on the other side. This is complicated on this side. I'd say this is pretty essential so that you don't have the floating iron bars on both sides. It seems to give the staircase a little bit of structure. That's why I'm doing this. Under no means do you guys have to do this. This is just something that I've done to get some detail in my build. And I'm just making sure to put the slabs and cover up those spots. And I'm just trying to make it look the same as I did it on the left side under here. So we got that, and then we just want to hide the, you can see the iron bars through the staircase. So I'm just going to hide those by placing slabs like this. So every time I see a little gap, I'm going to place a slab to cover that up. I know it's really confusing, but you're going to have to follow along the best you can. Okay, now what we want to do is we want to get the iron bars and come up to this base that we created, and we're just going to take them across for the railing up here. Okay, this part is probably better to explain. What I want you to do is, this is going to be the staircase that is going to go up to Floyd's actual door, his front door. And you want to make sure that these slabs extend a total of 10 slabs up. So just add them until you count 10 slabs inclining. That's the best way to explain that. So there we have the 10 slabs incline, and then we're just adding this walkway right here. Try to duplicate that the best you can. And then what we're going to do is we're going to get out the iron bars and we're going to do the fencing on the side. Again, I apologize for this being so confusing. Pause the video as much as you can to try to follow along. It's especially hard to explain this, as you can imagine. There's really no explaining to it. It's more of just watching and trying to duplicate it if you're following along with me. Just try to duplicate everything that I'm doing on this build, and I'll try to explain what I'm doing and why I'm doing it the best I can. And then we're going to go under with the slabs just like we did on the other build. Okay, now we're going to come up to this walkway and we're going to add our door. I want you to get a jungle door. I think the jungle door is going to look best for this build. So place the jungle door right in the middle of that platform that we created. Okay, this part isn't that essential, but it's for the aesthetic look of the build. Get out the end stone that we use the base for, and I'm just going to cover up this stone wall from this side, because if you're playing GTA, it doesn't have the stone from, you can't see it from this side, so On the top, I'm also adding the slabs across. Okay, so now we're gonna try to start adding the floor plan for this. So I want you to get the oak wood planks, and we're gonna come out this way, a total of 13 blocks. And whenever you get to 13 blocks, we're gonna add 2 blocks to each side. So this is gonna make the total width of this hallway here 5 blocks. And you'll know that you've done it right whenever the door is centered. Okay, now we're gonna start to add in the walls for the hallway. So get out some light gray hardened clay, and we're gonna move out this way 7 blocks. And we're gonna go another layer of that, and then we wanna get out the cyan hardened clay, and we just wanna go 2 more layers with that and make a wall like that. And we're gonna double stack these walls, so around the doorway we're also gonna do the same thing like this. Okay, now we're gonna add the wall on the right side. Go ahead and place a block here. That's gonna be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 blocks. And just do the same thing that you did on the other side. We're gonna make that 2 tall with the light gray hardened clay, and then 2 tall with the cyan hardened clay. Another thing we're gonna do is we're gonna add this little indention, count 5 blocks on this wall, and add this little indention on the hallway. Now we're gonna add some design on the wall, so get some upside down stairs like that, and then get a brewing stand and then a cauldron and place them on top. Okay, now get some bookshelves. The bookshelves are going to be 3 long like that, and just place some oak wood slabs over the... Okay, one thing that I've noticed about the door is it's a little awkward with the way that it's blue. So what we're going to do is we're actually going to place this door kind of backwards like that, so it doesn't interfere with the exterior color of the apartment. And then what we want to do is we want to get out some brown carpet, and that's going to be the rug at the entrance. So we're just going to make this a 3x2 carpet like that on the floor. And then what I want you to do is get out some light gray wool, and we're going to start to construct the ceiling for this apartment. So light gray wool is going to be the ceiling, and just go ahead through this hallway, go ahead and fill it up like this. Okay, now we're gonna create the light fixture. So just come out like 3 blocks like that and place some glowstone. Okay, now this wall is gonna extend out to the left, and we wanna make sure that this wall is gonna be a total of 6 long. So with that being 6 long, we're gonna do the same thing, just wrap around and do the same design that we've done on the wall. And then what we're gonna do is we are going to get out some oak wood planks, and we are just gonna take this floor across, because we are just steadily moving along this apartment build, getting one thing done at a time. So this is kind of the way that we're working this. It's kind of confusing. And we're also going to place a door right here. Make sure that you place a oak wood plank so that you can place a door right there. And then go ahead and take the light gray wool over like this to continue the ceiling along this way. Okay, this is going to be our best way to duplicate the paintings that they have in the house. I want you to get some item frames, and we're going to just pick any firework rocket and a nether star and put those inside there, because they kind of replicate the paintings that are in the game. So now we're going to extend the wall back for the bedroom back here, and we're just going to use our light gray hardened clay. I'm going to go ahead and replace this right here. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this wall a total back of... the wall's length is going to be a total of 5, so make sure to take it back 4 from that point. Okay, so now we're going to start to stretch this wall back in the bedroom. So we're going to go ahead and add a layer right there. And what I want you to do is to just take this light gray hardened clay all the way back, connecting to the wall back here. And then what we're going to do is, this is, for right now, this is just going to cover the window. It's not a big deal. You'll see how it's going to work in the end, and I'll kind of explain how this is going to work. But go ahead and fill these walls in. Okay, so now we're taking the wall back that way, and you want to make sure to go back 3 blocks past the wall that we first created, and just try to duplicate what I'm doing here. Or sorry, that's the wrong block. We want to get the cyan blocks again, and this is where the transition is going to start. That was in the entranceway, and this wall is just going to continue to go up all the way with the light gray hardened clay. So now that we pretty much got the wall constructed, let's go ahead and fill in this floor like so. And we're going to fill it with the oak wood planks. Most of this floor is going to be oak wood planks, except for, I believe, the kitchen and the living room. So that's pretty much our base block to fill in with. And then also go ahead and fill in your ceiling with the light gray wool. Okay, so now we're gonna create the bed in this bedroom. So get out the blue wool, and we're just gonna go 4 long like that. And then we're gonna get some light blue hardened clay, and then place some blue carpet on the top that represent like the pillows. And then we're gonna get out some iron bars. Now the reason for the iron bars is that's the way that it looks in the game. The only awkward part about being Minecraft is they tend to like to attach to the wall. So that makes it look a little awkward, but it's the best we can do with Minecraft. Okay, so now we're gonna add the dresser in the bedroom with the, I'm not sure, what is this, birchwood planks, and then we're gonna add the buttons on the dresser. Then we're gonna add this blue block, and then we're gonna just add this carpet down here like so. And I'm gonna get rid of that glowstone, and we're gonna actually go ahead and break part of this wall. Now you'll be able to see the window where we have the window. Go ahead and break the wall like this. And we're gonna place the glowstone. Now the reason for the glowstone is for one thing, it lights up the room, and second of all, if you're playing GTA, you can tell that it's like curtains, but they're white curtains because the light is shining through. So now we're gonna add the furnishing on this side of the room. Go ahead and make 3 of these right here, and then we're gonna make 3 of the light gray wool, and then we're gonna place a light blue carpet on top of that, place some buttons on the planks, get a Steve head just because it's the best representation, and then we're gonna get some quartz slabs and place them like that above. Okay, now we're gonna get some of the detail in the bedroom, and what I want you to do is I want you to find, if you're playing on the city texture pack, try to find a certain painting, and the painting, it's like an underwater kind of fish tank thing. That's what I'm trying to get right here. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are gonna create our light fixture. Now this is confusing. I'm placing some glowstone up here, but then I'm getting some string. If you don't know, string is like an invisible block, and you're probably not gonna be able to see me placing the string right now, but this is a good way to create floating blocks that have some transparency. And what I'm doing is I'm adding the carpet, so this looks like a fan on the top. So that's my way of making fans sometimes, connecting them to the glowstone like that. And then I'm just gonna take this across the top like that. And then what we're also gonna do is I'm gonna get out a jungle door. And in the game, this door is stuck open. So I'm just placing a door there and closing it. Okay, this wall is gonna be a total of 5 long. So go ahead and bring this wall back. This is going to be the wall that leads to the second bedroom of the apartment. And just do it as I do here with the filling in. And then we're going to move back 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 blocks back. And we're also going to go ahead and fill that all the way up with the light gray hardened clay. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and place the door for the bedroom. Again, I'm going to get out the jungle wood door. Okay, this is going to be the design that goes into this wall. I want you to create a 4-block incision like that, and we have the quartz pillars, and place them on the side like that so they're sideways. Then we're going to get some light gray wool and place it in the middle. And then we're going to break on top like this, and we're going to get another row of the sideways quartz pillars. And then we're going to place some buttons in the middle like that. And then what we're going to do We're going to create another one of my light fixtures, get into glowstone, then we're going to get the string. I can't really show you guys what I'm doing because it's probably really hard to see if you can see me placing the string. To be honest, it's hard for me to see whenever I'm playing when I'm placing the string, but this is how I do my fans. It's a really cool idea if you've ever done this before. Okay, one thing I've noticed from the outside is after what we did to the inside, it looks kind of weird. So I'm coming over here, I'm replacing this part with glowstone, and then I'm going to cover that with the glass, like so. Okay, now we're going to travel towards the kitchen and living room area. So go ahead and get the light hardened clay, and we're going to place it up like that. Then we're going to come out 4 blocks, and then we're going to place a cyan wool and come down like that. And then we're going to place some light gray wool right here. And then what we're going to do is we're going to extend this out 1, 2, 3, 4 blocks, and then 4 blocks with the light gray wool like that. And we're going to take some white carpet and take it over the top for the countertop. Now I'm going to add in the kitchen furnishing for this apartment. So I've got some block of irons. This is going to be the refrigerator, and we're going to place some tripwire hooks on that for the refrigerator handles. Then we're going to get 2 furnaces side by side like that. And then what I'm going to do is there's a certain way you need to do this. You need to get a block to stand on, and then get like detector rails, and you want to crouch with the detector rails and place them on top of the furnaces like that to create a stove top design. And then with the birch planks, we're just going to go to the wall like that. And then we're going to place block of iron. Not right there. We need to place it right there like that. And then we're going to get the painting for the microwave. Again, continuing with the kitchen, we're going to bring the birchwood planks this way, a total of 4 blocks like I'm doing here. And then right in the middle, we're going to create 2 incisions. And then what we're going to do is we're going to place some hoppers right there for our sink. You can place a lever right there. And then I'm going to extend that just 1 block that way. To get rid of that, place a dispenser for a washing machine. And okay, that's something that I just noticed. The gravel falls. So you want to place gravel back here. So right now I'm going to place some stone for a placement block, and then this gravel is going to go back behind the countertops like this. And then what we want to do is we want to get out the cyan, or not cyan wool, we want to get out the cyan hardened clay, and we're just going to take it up like so. This is going to be a double stacked wall, and this will create our wall back behind the kitchen sink. And then we are going to get out some black stained glass and just extend this wall out like that, so it's a double stacked window as well. And then I'm just placing a gray, light gray Okay, now it's time to start to fill in the kitchen floor over here. What I want you to get out is the stone bricks, and I want you to place the stone bricks exactly where I'm placing them. I came out in front of the refrigerator and started placing them. And we just want to fill this area in with the stone bricks as much as possible. I'm not too worried about all these floating blocks and what it looks like underneath. That can always be dabbled with later, but that's what the floor wants to look like. Okay guys, that seems to be all the time that we have for part 2 of building Floyd's apartment from GTA 5. I thank you guys for watching the video. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for more. This has been Wolfstrike150. See you later.